I can see that the Zambian, they really pick up some coaching.
Lovely attempt there by the GA Zambia. Ooh, bit of a fall there. Both defense are out of play. GA takes it and sings it in. Really, when you look at the height dynamic, at the shooters of Zambia as opposed to the defense of South Africa, it's quite crazy. Quite the opposite, actually. But this is not stopping the Zambian shooters to actually get the work done. Ooh, bit of a stretch there to the GA. GA takes it.
See,
and she sings it in.
You see the GD. Now the way she's standing. That's how.
Right at the stomach, they say. The center there for the for Zambia. 28 is the current score. There is a 12-goal difference. Zambia finding themselves with the ball in their goal third. It seems like it's a short pass. Love the rotation there in the air from the wing defense, South Africa. Lovely play. Very patient with the ball, the South Africans.
They are taking their time and they are...
Again the timing
center.
And the elevation from the center,
the
Zambia.
The center of Zambia, she's doing wonders.
Of course.
Oh, there was a push. She is pushing.
Lovely eye there by the match official. That is definitely a rebound now for the Zambians. I mean, I must really say that there is just no difference watching the youth games as opposed to watching the senior games. They are equally, what's the word I'm looking for? They're equally experienced. The experience. And these are just young. I wonder at what age they start with this. I think the development in the African countries especially has been doing quite well for us to witness such skills on court.
I just think when they go to their senior teams, they will be really, really good.
Exactly. So I think the countries have really invested in the development of sports within the respective countries, where at the age of 18, this is the other skill sets that you actually showcase. I'm quite impressed, actually.
Yes,
Lovely showcase there, of skill set when it comes to the athleticism of this. Now, it is Baby Proteas, and they are up against Zambia. The Proteas finding themselves now on the defense. A lot of infringements called by the match officials here. But they keep it moving. Zambia's attackers, a bit of contact there. Penalty in their circle. The Zambian GS takes it. Of course, she takes a leap, feeds it to her GA, who beautifully jumps right in the pole and takes a shot. Does not disappoint. That's Zambia stealing that center there from the Baby Proteas. It is now their center.
With a 10-goal difference.
Keeping it at a 10-goal difference. Not bad. It's still the second quarter.
Yeah.
So anything could happen. They still have the championship quarter to go. Yes. And of course the last and final quarter. So look at that.
There was a beautiful intercept there by the South African GD.
Center.
Oh, was it center?
There was a center right on top of the circle. I mean, really having your arms picking and poking wherever they can just to make sure or to actually anticipate an intercept. And she did that beautifully. And the GA rewards her for that beautiful intercepts and sings it in. South Africa, of course, stealing that center from Zambia. Will the GA sing this one? Wow!
Beautiful.
Effortlessly. Zambia's center now. It is quite a very slow tempo game. Not a lot of running, just movement from what I'm seeing.
One of those things when a shooter knows that this one will go in.
Yeah. And she didn't even bother going for a rebound, hey?
Not at all. She trusts the shooting.
You must have spent hours and hours under the pole for
that. There was a beautiful pass. There was a beautiful pass.
Very well read, very well taken, very well fed. I mean, beautiful play there by the attackers and shooters of Zambia. South Africa, of course, very patient with the ball. Contact there by the defense, the GK of Zambia. GA takes the shot. Wow.
And it's in.
And she just doesn't disappoint at all. It is 22-11. That is in favor of South Africa. A coach killer move there, breaking by the defense. Ooh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful save there from the GA. Right into the hands of the GS, who wins herself a penalty.
Oh,
And
in. Sink in.
I mean, these athletes are really, really showing us flames here on court. I mean, this court has been set on fire. All that we can expect is just even more competition and competitiveness from every team that comes on court.
The energy is just beautiful.
Wow.
Oh, there was a beautiful save by the GK of Zambia.
Yeah, I think I've noticed that the players really are playing, however, they're playing a bit cautionary due to the slippery floors. But they're getting the job done. Like, I mean, they're just getting it right, especially those intercepts. Perhaps with a bit of tempo. And I think that is why the games are a bit slow, actually, because of that.
Because of the court. So the game is a bit slow.
Nevertheless, I mean, really, the athletes are trying to make sure that the job gets done, and they're doing quite a good job with that. Look at the defense of South Africa. Just hocking onto the shooters of Zambia. Very, very tight. Oh, miscommunication there. By the GA towards the GS, and unfortunately for Zambia, they lose that one, and it is now a turnover, throw in for South Africa. And with their time, playing a few balls there back, trying to make sure that it is going to be a safe journey to the GS's hands.
Straight to the GS.
Wow, beautiful shot there by the GS.
The GS of South Africa. Center pass Zambia. And they are playing short balls because they don't want to make a mistake.
Of course, I mean, they're playing it very safe.
Very safe.
Lovely, lovely play there from the GS.
Let's see. Oh, she was
miscalculated there. Yes, exactly. Did not take her time there. It is now a turnover for South Africa. Now South Africa is one not to play with opportunities. They definitely try to capitalize with every opportunity that they get. The center trying to play it forward. Doesn't see a break there. It's the way she feeds her shooter.
Yeah, I think the way the GK is positioning herself.
Yes.
It's giving her space so that she move back and get those balls.
Yes, right. She really protects her space very well. And she holds her space quite very solid as well. Yeah. And she's been doing it over and over and over again.
And she's going for those balls and she missed one there.
GK, of course, of Zambia gets that rebound. In Zambia currently finding themselves now on the attack. Still in the center third, played run about 5 balls. Contact outside the circle by the goal defense. Look at the tap again from the center. She's such a hustler.
She is.
And of course, there Zambia did bring in new legs there. Simunyani, wing attack from Zambia, did come on court. And of course, they are on the attack as we speak. It is 25-12. South Africa definitely trying to broaden that goal score, the goal difference rather, even wider. Bit of slipping and sliding there. Penalty awarded to Zambia. GA takes it, and of course she sends it in.
And the score is 26-13 in favor of South Africa.
SA trying to pick up the pace in this center there. Coach Killer. Zambia gets this ball.
It's another rebound for Zambia.
That's right. Trying to steal that ball successfully from South Africa. A long ball there to the A bit of a slippery fall there. penalty given. GA will take it, missing it.
Missing it, and
Zambia is still on the attack, getting their ball.
Wing attack. What a save.
Beautiful save there, and of course the GS rewarding her by singing that one in and bringing the score to 14-26. Now Zambia still, through pass. Lovely play there.
Almost.
GK South Africa not wanting to let any ball pass by her, really trying by all means to get any intercept that she can potentially get her fingers on. Very difficult to shoot with a tall defense like that, and of course they capitalize on that one. A lovely play there by the Zambians, and South Africa definitely trying to pick up the pace here a little bit more.
Oh, then it's a mess, and the GD got a rebound. What happened?
Seems like it was a break-in. Coach Killer, South Africa definitely getting another opportunity, getting their ball and singing it in. All right, now Zambia center. Still a 12-goal difference. South Africa in the lead. Zambia trailing behind. Lovely feed there to the GA.
Lovely feed.
And then she sings it in. Wow. South Africa takes the center. What a split. Slippery.
Yeah. So now you have to play careful for you not to fall.
Or to even have a fault or infringement there, like footwork. Trying to avoid the footworks there.
Yes.
We are just under 2 minutes away from the end of the first half of this game. A lot of infringements there.
From the GD.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Lovely
They brought the score back to 10 goals.
We brought definitely going to be a 10-score difference, but will they make it 9? With just under 1 minute and a half?
Let's see, you never know.
It's just a matter of time before we know. Wow, lovely play there. Quite a solid GS.
They brought it to 9.
And they do bring it to 9.
Brought it to
now,
9.
Having spoken to the management of the teams earlier
there was a nice intercept by the Zambian center again. But then there was another call.
Wow. Again, she's bringing forth athleticism, and like she's really not disappointing in that aspect, eh? South Africa still on the attack, feeding their shooter just in the right space.
They just know how to do it. They know how to feed their shooter.
And most of the time, the shooter is not disappointing at all, really rewarding her team by singing all those balls in. Zambia just have a few seconds to sing this one in. Trying to play the ball backwards and safely as much as they possibly can. Just under 30 seconds. Zambia still playing their center. Look at that tap from the center. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. This brings us to the end of the first half. And it ended with a 10-goal difference again. South Africa definitely in the lead and Zambia trailing behind again with 10-goal difference. We definitely have the championship quarter to follow up as well as the last and final quarter. So please do stay tuned as we bring you the rest of the actions right here on your screen.
Alright, we ask you again. Namibia, are you there? Let's see how we do today, Namibia. It's Namibia versus Lesotho and the big match of the day. Followed by Jack joining us. This is now the five of the day. The final match of the day will be Malawi versus Zimbabwe. What is going to come clean up with this match? In the first match of the day, it was Namibia to host, playing against Zimbabwe, the defending champions, and Zimbabwe took the next 3-0. Match number 2 forward up from men's section, where we saw Botswana play against Malawi, and Malawi won 15-1. We saw Angola playing Botswana, and Angola managed to win 3-0. Then came the match of Eswatini of South Africa versus Mozambique. Quite a fierce battle. Point for point. Eventually, South Africa won 3-1.
We are just gearing up for the third quarter, that is the championship quarter. South Africa, Baby Proteas, are facing Zambia. They are about to take court for the third quarter. South Africa definitely in the lead with a 10-goal difference, 28-18. And Zambia, of course, trailing right behind them with a 10-goal difference. It is anybody's game. It is not over until the last whistle blows. Of course, I am still here with my co-commentator, Lady B. And we're finding this game to be quite very entertaining, a bit slow, but a lot safe. Definitely a lot safe. I've witnessed so much skill set, very, very matured playing from both teams. It seems like it's not time yet, but so far, as we consulted with the management of the South African, or rather the Baby Proteas team, they did mention that the most experienced player right now on their team is Noah Zara, Kyra van Eden, Amatiz Bantu, as well as Murray Doreen. I think they've been playing for some time now, and they're very well experienced, and that does show on court that indeed they're not new to the game at all. Of course, their youngest player that they currently have right now is that will be Sinegugu Gamade. And they said that Zara Noah is a player to look out for. And I think that has really been evident the first two quarters, the first half of the game. And that is very exciting. Now, the South African Under-19 team is the defending champion of 2021 and 2022. The team won Region 5 undefeated. And that is coming to these games and playing against them. That's something that really one would have to keep in mind that they are not the defending champions for no reason.
Is
But
it the same team?
of course, it is these are the youth games. Others do qualify to become, part of the senior teams, the Spar Pro tiers, of course. But they do grow out. But I think they have kept that momentum. They have kept that for 2 consecutive seasons. And I think they are here to fight for the 3rd defeat. I think they definitely are here to really win this one as well. But only time will tell. And that will probably be by Thursday when we have the final games. But in the meantime, let us know what it is that you think of the games, of the teams, of the countries. Let us know you're supporting the countries. Let us know who you're supporting. Send them some love. Show them, support through our social media platforms. Of course, that is Region 5, hashtag Region 5, and all the other platforms. We would really, really love to hear from you and have, of course, feedback from your end as well.
Yes.
So far,
So good. The team is coming in. Let's see what the 3rd quarter brings to us.
yeah, I think we're expecting more of the Zambians to really polish up on those defense. And of course, driving the whole entire court, because the mid-court has been doing exceptionally well.
Yes.
With the exception of of course, with the center doing the most.
Oh, she's doing the most. As short as she is, she's doing the most. I
And
think
this
she
are-
came
yeah.
to play.
Of course. I think that is how she made it to the team.
Yes, obvious.
I mean,
It's obvious.
seriously. Of course, the match officials giving the ball to the center. It is going to be the baby Protea center pass. And look at them, bringing in a bit of speed.
Shoo. And they are trying to place 3 balls only from the center.
It's a bit difficult to achieve that, especially when you have Zambia up against you. It's not impossible to achieve, but then the Zambians have really proven that they definitely are a team to reckon with, and they definitely are keeping you at your toes. A misfit there from the GA. You can tell the disappointment from her giving the ball away, but fortunately for her, she gets another opportunity to turn it, as it is their throw-in the goal third of South Africa.
I think the baby Protea have a new GS.
There seem to be a few changes there.
Yeah.
A lovely attempt there by the GA South Africa, but it is a contact.
I think her timing was late.
Right. Slide from the center. Obstruction by the center, South Africa. Defense from behind, one could never successfully do that.
What happened
Wow,
right
and she
there?
did get it right, and it is a South African turnover. And I see that the GKSA has gone out, and the previous GD is now the GK, and they brought in a new GD. South Africa shooter, wow, lovely. GS also has changed, brought in a new GS. It is Zambia's ball. Lovely eye there by the match official. Bit of a crowding. Ooh. Umpire allows. Obstruction there from the center. I think both teams picked up the tempo just a little bit now in this quarter. Wow.
That was beautiful.
What a split,
Wow.
what a balance. And that's a held ball,
What a
no goal. And look at them winning the ball back again.
That
The
was
Zambians.
a
That is-
beautiful intercept there by Zambia.
What a push there from the GK. An infringement, leaving 2 shooters with a defender. Lovely
Beautiful
pass there
pass.
to the GS.
And they got their ball back.
And they got their ball back. Lovely play there. And it was actually stolen from the South Africans. Now, they're still at a 10-goal difference. It is 30-20. South Africa stealing that ball back. Lovely, lovely roll there by the GS. And wow.
And it's in.
I mean, one thing about the South African shooters, they are so sure with their shots that they do not even go for rebounds. GA takes it. Misses it. The pole just spat that ball out of the... the pole just spat it out. And of course, the GKD
I don't like that.
beautifully getting that rebound.
When
But will Zambia be able to capitalize? Look at
There was
that
a beautiful
pass.
shot. There was a beautiful pass.
What a quarter! What a quarter! Starting off the first 5 minutes, electrifying beautifully again. Right
Beautiful
under the
by
ball.
Zambia. Shooters.
She misses
And
that
she
one, unfortunately doesn't go for the rebound, and South Africa gets it. What a tap there from the wing defense.
This quarter, people are showing us that they really here to be.
This quarter is keeping us at the edge of our seats. Of course, the crowd is going wild. If you do not find yourself at the Windhoek Showgrounds, you definitely are missing out on a lot, because this is going to be a beautiful, beautiful few days of games, electrifying games. Now, of course, Region 5 is not just bringing you netball, they definitely are bringing you other 11 sports codes. Now, if you do find yourself in the capital and you find yourself with free time, please come through, support your team, support your sports codes. We definitely are here to welcome you. Beautiful, beautiful pass there to the GASA, and she sings it in.
Zambia center pass now.
Of course, a long ball and a jump from it there. Lovely play there.
I love the way they jump.
Zambia is definitely trying to, of course, break through the defense of South Africa, finding it a little bit challenging, playing all the way to the back again. Very patient with the ball. Trying to move that ball, obstruction there by the wing defense.
Was an
Match of-
obstruction from the GK of South Africa. GT.
It is wow,
Beautiful.
beautiful, beautiful. What a pass! What a throw! Wow!
There was a beautiful
What
pass
a
by the
beautiful
two shooters.
flow
There was beautiful.
of a ball there to the shooters. I mean, really, this quarter is really bringing their A game. Both teams are equally so.
They
It is
are.
34-21.
They
South
are.
Africa in the lead with a 13-goal difference.
That's a contact by the GK of South Africa.
Penalty there awarded. GS takes it effortlessly, just sings it in there for her team, bringing the score to 34-22. South Africa still in the lead. Ooh, wing attacks. French it is advantaged. The contesting between the GS as well as the GK.
GK.
Trying to get at whatever they can get their fingers on, of course. Ooh. Unfortunately there for the wing defense of Zambia, there is footwork. South Africa definitely gets it.
That was a nice.
Winning the ball back. Look at the contesting.
It
She
was
unfortunately is overside.
Yeah.
What a play. I mean, this quarter is definitely keeping us at the edge of our seats. The tempo has just increased a little bit, but safely so. South Africa still in the lead with a 13-goal difference.
There was a nice
tap
tap
Very, very beautiful. Unfortunately, could not win that one. South Africa still finding themselves on the attacking side. Zambia on defense. Lovely pass there to the GS. Beautifully sinks that one in there. Stealing that center from Zambia. Coach Killer there. Advancing the ball to the transverse line. Woo! Again!
She's always open. She always know how to go out.
It's like she sneaks away from her defense and everybody else and finds herself in a little island.
And it was a 10 over for them.
Yes, it was definitely, and it is now their
And
center
they
pass.
used it
Zambia, that
very
is. Wow.
Wow, another one. Another one.
I mean, the shooting is
shooting is-
accurate within this quarter. It's so exciting. Lovely, exciting moments here. Another breaking there. Beautiful pass to her
Elevation.
GS. GS
she
misses
missed
that
it.
one in the goal defense, finding her lovely, lovely rebound there, and Zambia getting another opportunity to see whether or not they can turn this one right back into their favor and just bringing that score margin a little bit down as South Africa is in the lead. 36 to 24.
Another contact by the GK. I think the GK have to play, GS have to play off the body. Because
Yeah,
that
would be better play, and it will also be a safer play.
Yeah. Oh.
What an unnecessary it actually is over the fair. No, it isn't. It is a throw in for South Africa. Lovely. Look at the reach for that ball. Lovely timing as well from the GK.
The GK is
Winning the ball over to Zambia. South Africa finding themselves on defense.
and the GA missed the ball. It was a beautiful
Unfortunately,
pass.
it was a beautiful pass there. Unfortunately, she could not split and do her hero move there, losing the ball again to South Africa. South Africa's rebound. It is their center part, so let's see whether or not they will this time around manage to sing it in. It's offside.
Offside by the wing defense.
Advantaged, and of course they sing it in. Zambia takes the center, playing one side of the court.
What happened again there?
Unfortunately for Zambia, losing that ball. And they find themselves on the defense. South Africa not wasting any time and bulletedly getting that ball under their goalpost. GS takes it in. She finally sings it in there for South Africa. Beautiful, beautiful turnover there for them. It is their center now. And beautiful pass there to the GS. You see, the GS definitely stands, wait to be
But
fed
she
the ball, then
missed
only
it.
moves it. Unfortunately for her, she misses it, yes.
Missed the ball.
Zambia on the attack.
And the score is 38-24 to South Africa, in favor of South Africa.
Yes, I think South Africa really want to break the 10-goal margin and really run away with a goal difference.
Yes.
I mean, they are the defending champions for a reason. I don't think they're going to make it very easy for Zambia. But I mean, we've seen for the last 2 quarters, and this is the 3rd quarter now, that Zambia is definitely bringing their A game and trying to...
Oh, that was beautiful.
Another islanded situation there for the GA. I mean, really, those are just beautiful moments to watch when it comes to the GA of Zambia. Umpire had to take the ball back, of course, position the players correctly. That's a contact there, penalty
By the
awarded.
GK.
Contact from behind. GD, penalty. GA takes
And
it.
she's singing in.
She hardly misses, eh?
No, she doesn't.
Zambia stealing that
And it
center
was,
there.
it was a,
It was a beautiful turnover.
yes.
It's the tipping and falling. But she finds her way in the circle. Zambia
that
still
center.
trying to maneuver the way through the defense of.
That ball was just passing the hands of South
It
Africa.
was just awarded to them, like, here you go, take it. Time held there for the ball.
Yes.
And we resume. GK takes it. South Africa on the attack. Lovely, lovely handling of the ball there.
The GS take it and she sing it in.
Of course, the GA don't really do much. I think South African GAs, they don't sweat much.
Yeah,
you
they
hardly
don't.
find them outside the circle. They always position themselves. All they need to do is just to elevate and sing it in.
Possible.
Of course, Let's Go Zambia is what you'll hear in the background. Bringing, of course, their supporters.
The GS of South Africa sing it in. Was easy for her.
One would have thought there was a break-in from the goal defense, the wing defense, but the match officials allows and they play on.
I love the way the center run her lines.
Yes, definitely. I mean, and that is what the drive is very, very flexible. And she makes it very lovely. And she misses, unfortunately.
Then she can feed. She know how to feed the shooters.
Ooh. And look at that speed that she takes from there. The ball is off court. And Zambia gets another opportunity to try and sing this one in. Zambia trying to look. Ooh, beautifully taken there by the center of the baby Proteas, winning that ball over to her team.
And in the hands of the wing defense.
Miscommunication. Number of those happening within this game. Wow, the court is beautifully open, eh?
Yes.
Allows for a beautiful flow of ball. And I think the defense of South Africa have read the movement of the GA of Zambia, because now we at least get to see her with a defender. And it seems like there's a bit of an injury there for the
center of
Zambia. Oh, she seems like she's in so much pain. But she continues. I wonder why she's not asking for injury time, or tactical change rather. But Zambia still on the lead. Look at South Africa's wing defense.
Wing defense of South Africa. Ooh. The center of Zambia, as much as she's limping, she is playing.
I think that's a bit dangerous for her. I think what she can do is really, but that actually is the end of the third quarter. Perhaps she can get either her ankle or knee. It seems like it's her ankle because she's limping. Get it sorted or attended to. But that brings us to the end of the championship quarter, and it is more than a 10-goal difference. I think South Africa definitely did break the 10-goal difference.
I think they went to talk.
Yes, I think they definitely did. And please stay tuned as we bring you the fourth and final quarter of the second game for today. It is myself, Nelly, and I am of course joined by Lady V.
Thank you very much. Now coming to the team. Team A, Namibia. Number 5, Amakali. Number 9, Togo Kelema. Number 10, Matthew. Number 1, Kahoroko. Number 4, Sepia. Number 11, Chitego. And the libero for Namibia is Brandon, number 3. Our coach is Aloysius from Namibia. Now, Team B, Lesotho. Number 1, Macau. And number 3, Lesotho. And number 8, Paite. And number 2, Chakate. And number 32, Kalengani. And number 12, Maposa. The libero is Setuga. And the coach is Lekomo from Lesotho. Ladies and gentlemen, this is match number 5. On this first day, let the game begin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely the beginning of the fourth and final quarter. It is South Africa Baby Proteas, and they are facing Zambia. Now, South Africa is in the lead with a 15-goal difference, and of course, Zambia is definitely trailing right behind them. I don't know what game changes they will bring throughout this quarter, but I believe that when it comes to the defense, as opposed to the first quarter, they did exceptionally well with the defense, the Zambians, that is. But South Africans definitely giving us those one-time shots. They are definitely not disappointing with the turnovers and dominating, of course, as the goal difference does show, a 15-goal difference there. Now, I'm not quite sure if there are any changes on both teams. It looks like the center, who seems to be a bit injured, is back on court, the Zambian center. And I don't see much changes there, but the game is definitely about to start. Both teams definitely did bring their A game. The third quarter, the championship quarter, that is, they kept us at the edge of our seat. They got the spectators on their feet as well. The tempo did raise a little high then, and it is a South African center. Now, with the fourth and final quarter, Zambia did bring in changes there. GK Changwe, right, and wing attack Chibenda, and Chumuya is the new GK. So they definitely did bring in new defense at the back there for Zambia, and South Africa definitely sinks her center there in bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 41-25. Right. Zambia definitely on their attack. A bit of a push there from the GK. GA getting up. Both goalkeeper and goal defense and wing defense out of play.
So
Penalty.
GD out of play, South Africa. Sink it in.
GS sinks that one in. Height is not a challenge for her.
Not at all.
She
not
definitely
at all.
will try to sink any opportunity she gets. It is a contact there
by the center
by
of South Africa. Wing defense.
the wing defense. A turnover there for Zambia. Zambia definitely bringing the speed and elevation, but look,
Beautiful intercept by the center of South Africa.
beautiful steal there from the South African center. This is not her first nor her second. She really does have her eye on the ball, the reach for the ball as well as the timing for the ball. And that is such a beautiful thing to witness with these young athletes. I mean, really, like I said, there is no difference watching the seniors as opposed to the youth players that is. So far, the South Africans are definitely in the lead. The GS are definitely making sure with every opportunity she gets under the pole, she sings it in. The center is not sure who's Oh my God. And South Africa definitely is finding themselves on the defense as it is the Zambian center. A bit of an overcrowding there, making it difficult for the ball to flow.
Ooh, the defense is so tight there.
Definitely South African defense very tight. Lovely communication between the two shooters there.
There was a nice hold. She almost went off the court.
It is South African center. Look at the calm demeanor from the GS of South
that was
Africa.
beautiful from the center of South Africa.
She is unfortunately out of play, and it is turnover there for Zambia. Look at that elevation from the center.
From the center, the shortest one in the court.
Lovely play there to the wing attack, center South Africa. She can really, the side of Southern Africa, we call that Zularing. She can Zula for that ball.
Yeah, she can Zura.
She really is a hustler. She tries to hustle. I mean, and I think she plays a lot of positions. I think she's very flexible with.
And Zambia is using their 10 overs. They are not wasting them.
Definitely, they actually are doing so this time around.
Beautiful.
GA again finding herself in a little own island.
That was beautiful.
And beautifully sings it in. Lovely play there from the wing attack, driving the game beautifully. Look at the feet to the GSs. When I tell you, the South African GSs do not sweat, they don't run, they stand, they position themselves, they are fed beautifully, and they sing in. That's the job.
They do. They are here
Hardly
for
do you see them go out of the circle, eh?
Yes.
What?
Sure, but the spirit of the GA, wow.
I think she's a gymnast.
She is.
I think she's a gymnast.
Or maybe she did gymnastics when she was young.
She probably did gymnastics. Wow, lovely play there to the GS.
No sweat.
Love that they
No
take their
sweat.
time to sing that ball in. Beautiful play from the shooters. I mean, all shooters from both teams really are just showing us that they actually, this is a piece of cake.
They all come here to deliver.
The split again.
Wow.
And the shot.
Wow.
GA
Wow.
Zambia. Making her team and country very proud. Lovely play there from her. Like, she really is standing out.
Zambia is known to have short players, right? Even the national team.
That's right. But, you know, they are not far really away from the
Beautiful.
the ranking. I mean, I don't think they're really that far away. But height doesn't matter by the look of it. I mean, they have proven that height is not all that matters in the sports of netball.
Oh, it's a 10 over for South Africa.
Zambia definitely losing that one to South Africa. South Africa moving the ball. This is not the only time we find the GS unattended. I'm not sure if Zambia's substitute for the defense at the back was
No, they didn't.
worth it.
They didn't do a right thing.
Wow, the elevation from the center
That
of
center
Zambia.
is something else. And she's still limping. Oh, beautiful intercept by the center of South Africa. And then
A miscommunication there to the shooter.
The bad pass.
One would have thought she would have just tried or attempted to get the ball. How did the GK steal the ball out of the center's hand?
Because the center left it.
Wow. What a beautiful steal there. What a lovely, lovely play. But the match
That
official
game.
definitely have to take the ball back. And the split.
That lady can spread.
I mean, if we have to come up with a meme for just the splits alone, we'll go viral. She is such a flexible athlete.
She is.
I feel like Zambia's balls are dangerously being passed between the defenders of
Look at the
South
center.
Africa. GS takes it right under the pole,
And she
missing it,
missed it. Oh.
and it is a throw in there. The
GA.
GA finding herself all the way out of court, trying to save the ball, but of course she's right back and safely
It's
back
a
on
10
court.
over for South Africa.
Long.
Ooh, almost. Ooh, that center.
Look at the time she takes
And
to
the
shoot the
GF
ball.
of South Africa is a silent killer. It's like she's not there.
Her movement is always good, always right.
Those quiet one in the court.
I mean, the way she plays is as though it's a lazy play,
Yeah.
but it's worth it because
worth
the
it,
timing
it's
is
true.
always right, her movement is always right.
It's so true. And she sing it in.
And she does have a game face on her. She definitely does. It is now Zambia to the center.
It was a breaking.
All right, Zambia sent as GS takes it. It is a push there from the GD. Penalty awarded. GA takes it in. I think the GA as well, the GA Zambia as well as the center South Africa are versatile players.
Yeah, they are.
They seem
are.
as though they could be comfortable
They
wherever
are.
you put them. $49.33 is the current score. 49.33, and there is another technical change there.
Right,
South
South
Africa
Africa.
bringing in a brand new, fresh center legs there at the fourth quarter with just under 7 minutes to go before this game comes to an end. Zambia on the attack right now in their goal third. Lovely tap there from the GD. Lovely play from the GS who beautifully feeds the GA.
And then
GA missing it, but the GS saves it. Penalty there awarded. And she finally sings it in. All right. Of course, South Africa here on the attack. Zambia finding themselves on defense. And wow, beautiful shot there from the GASA or Baby Proteas. And she brings the score now to 50-34.
16 goals difference.
16 goal difference, but Zambia can actually minimize that with the center. But of course, South Africa definitely not giving them a chance here. Really trying not to. Ooh, GK trying her luck between the GA's legs there. Penalty awarded to the GA. And yeah, she sings it in. Back to a 15 goal difference that they started with in this quarter. SA on the attack. A bit of an overcooked ball there. Unfortunately, the center could
over
not.
for Zambia.
That's right. Zambia's 10 over. It is their throw in SA's goal third. GA finding herself all the way at the transverse line. Look at the speed she enters the circle in. What
It's the way they bounce their balls, the Zambians.
Very interceptable.
Very.
Not too safe. But again, of course, as the time goes by, it is where they need to read the game and see if whether or not this is a bounceable pass or not. But of course, South Africa on their turnover, right at the transverse line of Zambia.
Oh,
Wow,
beautiful
Zambia.
pickup by GD of Zambia.
Of course, the center driving it, not finding her shooters, playing it a bit to the back. Wing attack opening up.
Oh,
A
that was a
beautiful,
nice-
beautiful pass there. Unfortunately, we have to take the ball back as there was an infringement caused. Fast pass there.
Beautiful by the
The
Move by the
infamous
GA.
GA split
Oh,
and
that's
shot.
GA.
Beautiful, beautiful play there. And of course, that was their turnover, stealing
Yeah,
that
it
center
was.
from South Africa. It is now Zambia's center pause, and of course, the defense of South Africa not trying to make it possible for Zambia to take that shot, as Zambia has to play all the way to the back, trying to maneuver their way through the defense of South Africa. And
beautiful intercept.
and it's another bounce ball, like you
by
mentioned earlier, Lady B.
Winston. Yeah,
And
they like those bouncing ball and they are easily intercepted.
Right. Both teams not really breaking a sweat here, taking it very easy, the tempo just right. But of course, the shots are being short and the job is being done. The match official advancing that ball right under the pole, bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 36-51, and that is in favor of South Africa.
Yes.
Seems there is going to be a technical change there from the Zambian side. And they're bringing in a new freshness there by the wing attack. That's right, it is South Africa's center. Lovely play there.
The first touch.
The very first, she
Very first touch.
just got in. She just got in, and she had her hands and her fingers right at it, winning that ball for her team. And of course, Zambia. Oh,
It's a Zambia center for me, guys.
it's the center and the
And
GA.
the GA.
Look at that. Lovely play there from the GS, who wins herself a penalty under the pole. And of course, she sings it in.
Oh, it was there. 10 over. Wow.
Zambia stealing a lot of centers from South Africa this
They
last
are.
2 quarters, eh? Wing defense obstructing. What a fall, but the match official says the ball is right. Look at the
There's
South
a center.
Africans.
Do you see the speed
the
on that center?
Bulleted.
She just fell and then she picked herself up.
She
and
picked
then
herself up and she just bulleted herself all the way to the goal. Of course, South Africa stealing that
wow,
center.
beautiful.
Her eyes on the ball. I mean, seriously, the center has done so much for this team this very
She
game.
did.
The GA takes a leap of faith, gets a penalty, misses
she
that
missed
one,
it,
and
and-
misses the rebound as well. Now, South Africa, look at the speed that will get the ball there. Taking a little bit patient this time around. Safely so. Beautiful play from the wing attack, beautifully driving the. There is a lot of slipping and sliding there.
Oh, beautiful
What?
shot by the GA of South Africa.
Lovely shot there by the GA South Africa. Clean shot there by them as well. It is now 53-37. South Africa still in the lead with just 30 seconds to go. Will Zambia score? GS looks for a GA. GD giving a bit of a bump there.
Oh, it's in.
GA winning that penalty.
14 goals difference.
And there you have it. With just 10 seconds left, will South Africa make it count?
Will they score that one?
It's just a matter of seconds before we find out.
Oh,
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This brings us to the end of the second game. That was the Baby Proteas. They call themselves South Africa. and they were up against Zambia, winning with 53-38. Lovely game there. I believe they warmed up to the game in the first 2 quarters.
Yes.
They took it slow. They were very patient with the games. They were balls passing, playing back, playing a lot of balls before they could make it to their goal third. But they definitely were scoring.
Yeah,
that was the same with Zambia as well. I mean, they took it very calmly, very patiently. However, the championship quarter brought about a big change.
Yeah.
They definitely brought their A game. They brought a bit of speed because these are the youth games. We expect a bit of energy on the court, and it was very electrifying. It was very energetic. It was so exciting. I mean, the third quarter got us to the edge of our seats. The spectators were on their feet. It was just a lovely game to watch, and I think there is still more from both teams to unlock and to unpack. So with time, I think we should still see even more competitiveness from both teams. What's your take on this?
No, I just feel like Zambia on the third quarter, they really came out and they really showed that they are here, they mean business. They did really good.
Yes, and as mentioned earlier, Zambia did steal a few center passes from South Africa as well, and they're really trying to capitalize. But if I had to ask you, I'm sorry, but I have to put you on the spot. Who stood out the most for you?
Zambia center, obvious. It's either Zambia center or Zambia GA.
Wow, I
They
must
stood out for me.
Right, I must really agree with you because they really, and mind you, they played the whole entire game.
They did.
They played all 4 quarters. The center, Zambia, did get an injury. We saw her limping a little bit there. We saw the GA trying to rescue a ball or save a ball and running off court all the way and coming back right at lightning speed. We also saw her taking a fall, tumbling over and running through the 3 thirds to the other shooter. I mean, she was so athletic. She was such a joy to watch. I mean, of course, everyone had their lovely moments on court, but I mean, I must agree with you. The GA as well as the center of Zambia really did stand out for me.
I think the center of Zambia is those people that play with their hearts.
Right.
They're like, it's for my country. Even if I'm injured, I have to go full force and finish what I started.
Right, but do you think that there was no one else on the bench to replace her?
I think there was, but maybe she's the key player.
yeah, we do get those ones on court, of course. And of course, talking about the shooters of South Africa, we've mentioned earlier, time and again, that they are very calm shooters. They don't do much. They are attackers, and midcourt does their job very well, where they just have to position themselves, move when they need to move, and just sink the ball in.
Yeah.
I think they had a lovely time there. They did shoot most of the shots of the goals on the South African side of things, and I think their game strategy does work well for them. And the team dynamic, actually, the flow of the ball, I think really South Africa dominated in that aspect because they got their balls to flow beautifully well. And of course, as evident, they did win the game. But I wish both teams the best of luck for the rest of the remaining competition, the games. And thank you so much, Lady V, for joining me on this one. Definitely we'll see you in the days to come.
Thank you, Nelly.
Awesome. Please do stay tuned as we bring you the last and final game for today. Please do introduce the next countries to take court.
The next country to take court is Eswatini and Malawi. Yeah.
All right. Please do stay tuned as they are taking court now for warm-ups, and I will definitely be back with Lulu on this one. Thank you so much. Bye.
Yeah, no, check. The thing is,
netball going to be on TV?
Telecom was an issue today, generally, throughout the whole Namibia.
Then I have to go to
Right?
tomorrow.
So now, it seems like they fixed it, because now we are back on.
On air.
So let's hope, going forward, from now on,
That will stay on air.
yeah, we'll stay online now. Let's hope.
I'm going to practice.
I took out them.
No, I pick up so much from her. But also I know I'm not the one to be doing the most of the talking. She does it. So for me it's just yes.
It was lovely having you. I'll have a large journey. Please forward me the names.
It's here, the hard copy. Masileni,
Yeah, she's giving you the hard copy.
And the technical people?
No, they have. She copied from me.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be sending you the exact edition.
Yes,
yes, immediately.
Yeah.
So now I have to come up with the
You know,
introduction.
it was the first game. It was flowing because I was there.
It was definitely, the changes were coming on time also. So what I will do is that I will not mention the changes until you send me the names. Even though they're doing the changes on course, I'll only name the names after the changes.
Yeah, she can lady will not stay in there, but then we can just add her also to
No, there is our WhatsApp group. Stop talking. We don't know what is on. We don't know what is on.
But you're getting what
I hear you.
Which team is it? Is it Namibia?
Namibia is playing.
Lesotho.
Great. So,
When you get home, you just want to be quiet after talking like this. You just want to be like, Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to what promises to be an electrifying clash here at the Namibian netball the netball courts at the Windhoek Showgrounds. Now, we are about to start our third and final game for today. That will be Eswatini. They will be facing Malawi. Now, we are live from the Windhoek Showgrounds in the beautiful capital city of the land of the brave. They call themselves. It is Namibia, where the Region 5 Youth Games are taking place, and the atmosphere is absolutely buzzing as Eswatini will be facing Malawi. And whether or not you find yourself in the stands or tuning in from home, please do buckle up, because we are in for a fast-paced, high-energy contest packing with athleticism, strategy, and netball brilliance. My name is Nelly, and I am joined by Lulu as my co-commentator. And of course, what you've just witnessed earlier on was the national anthems of Eswatini as well as Malawi. Now, before I give it over to my co-commentator, I would like to introduce to you the first 7 of both teams. Of course, with Team Malawi, we have, starting from behind, the GK will be taken by Banda, with the GD, Zakaria. Wing defense will be another Banda P. Center will be taken by Anderson. Wing attack will be Banda M. GA will be taken by Nkoma, and the GS is by Mone. Of course, the captain will be Goma S, as well as the coachman. The coach being Chimoliro. That is the Malawian side of the under-19. Now, their opponents, who is Eswatini, their first 7, starting from the GK, OBC, GD, we've got Dlamini G. Wing defense, we have Masako S. Center, we have Shongwe F. Wing attack, we have Kumalo S. GA, we have Dlamini N. And last but not least, GS, we have Vladla L. They've got Dlamini G as their captain, with the coachmanship of Temba Dlamini. Of course, there we go. It is the first whistle for the first center.
And we have Malawi that's with the green on the attack. And it's converted by the goal shooter, that is Moni.
So with Malawi having stolen that one from Eswatini, it is now their center. And with just a few seconds to spare, I'm sure they are fighting to see if they can capitalize on that one. Beautiful space hold there from the GS, who misses that one, but fortunately gets the rebounds. And of course, the GS Malawi sinks that one in.
In the center, we have Eswatini, and it's a breaking called by the umpire.
What a coach killer there. Of course, that means transferring the ball all the way to the transversus line. Lovely save there from the wing attack. Offside there. GS not comfortable taking the shot, plays it a big back, tries the shot, unfortunately missing it, and it is now a throw in, a turnover for Malawi.
Let's see if Malawi can convert it. Oh, there was infringement called, a contact on the center of Malawi. On the attack, it is
beautiful reach for the ball there by the goal defense, who definitely.
But it's a penalty pause.
It is a penalty pause.
Yes. And it's converted.
Of course, if you're just joining us, we had such an eventful day here at the Windhoek Showgrounds. This definitely is our last game, but we had Malawi, my apologies, we had South Africa face
Zambia.
And of course, the South African, they call themselves the Baby Portiers, took the win there. And earlier on, we had our first game with Zimbabwe up against
Botswana.
Botswana and Zimbabwe winning that one with a very huge goal difference. I mean, they have already set the courts. They've warmed up the courts for the rest of the games, and of course it was very beautiful and electrifying to watch. If you do find yourself in the capital city of Namibia, Windhoek, that is, do please come through to support your sports coach, your team, and of course we'll be here all the way up until Saturday that is. And yes, we have all the NBC social media platforms
Yes,
where
you can watch the games live there on all NBC social media platforms.
That is
as
right.
well as on YouTube. You can just search and you'll have the live streaming of all games.
Eswatini taking the shot, beautiful balance there by the GS and singing that one in. Bringing the score, ladies and gentlemen, to 10-3, and it is Malawi on the center. Eswatini finding themselves the defense. A bit of an infringement on the goal defense. It is an advantage. Beautiful take there from the center. Unfortunately for her.
That's a replay called by the umpire, but that was a beautiful intercept.
Lovely intercept, in fact. Of course, the GS there, Malawi, holding a space beautifully, positioning herself, being fed right in the palm of her hand.
And Nyali, look at the height of the goal shooter of Malawi. That's a beautiful height.
And when you have to compare her with her defense,
Exactly.
not that bad. I mean, of course, if she has the elevation
Yes.
and the timing.
Just look at that, and just look how her wing attack feeds her.
Beautiful rebound there
Lovely.
for GA. And of course, she beautifully sings that one in there for Malawi, who of course stole that center from Eswatini. And it is now their center pass. It is 3-4. Malawi in the lead. Malawi on attack. She is beautifully positioning herself. However, she had her elbow on her defense, and that is definitely an infringement.
turnover.
And it is definitely a
With
turnover.
Eswatini.
Wow, beautiful take there by the world defense. Unfortunately, she was offside. It is now Eswatini still on the attack.
Let's see, can they convert it? Look at the pass.
And look at that leap. A beautiful,
And
beautiful
it seems,
shot.
what a beautiful shot taken there by the goal attack of Eswatini.
And Eswatini stealing that one now from Malawi, equalizing 4 apiece. It is them on the center, and it is a throw in there for them in the goal third. Now, this is not what we've witnessed earlier. This game started on a high note,
Yes.
and I think the tempo is quite right. Not too slow, not too fast. A bit of a bump and fall there. And it is her contact because she came running into... Or not.
A contact called on the goal attack of Eswatini.
Of course.
Ah.
Malawi now currently on the attack. Beautiful feet to the wing attack in the pocket. GA jumping for a bounce ball there.
And you know, Nelly, that's the kind of balls that I actually hate them. I don't like them. Those bouncy balls, it's so tricky.
Yes, as I witnessed earlier with the previous game, just before this one, a lot of their balls were intercepted just because they were being bounced. And then it is, the South African defense had an eye on those bounce
Exactly.
balls, and they intercepted quite a number of them. But yeah, I think as a player, one should know when to
Yes.
bounce the ball and when not to.
Indeed, yes.
Malawi on the pole. GA definitely doing what she does, which is assisting as she passes the ball. It's the height difference between the two shooters for me.
I'm telling you,
But of course, the main shooter is definitely not disappointing. And of course, they're definitely rewarding their attackers as well as defense. Now, the GA was found alone right under the pole, beautifully fed there, and she sings that one in for Eswatini. Seems like it's going to be a fair game, especially when you look at the goal margin, the goals here. I mean, it's 5-6.
Exactly, Nelly. And just look at how they play, because it's actually a slow game. There's no pressure. They just play calm. They just keep it calm.
Yes, that's right. It's a breaking there called by the umpire. Not quite sure whom the ball was fed into, but of course it landed up into the GA's hands there. A penalty awarded to Eswatini under the goalpost, and the GAS takes it and sinks it in. Now the score is currently 6-7. Malawi in the lead with a goal difference. It is their center breaking there by the Eswatini defense. A penalty in the Malawian goal third. Looking for her goal shooter. Goal shooter definitely going for that ball. Takes a shot. Unfortunately for her, the ball just kissed the pole, missing that one. And Eswatini defense, of course, getting that rebound.
And that is now a turnover for Eswatini.
Of course.
Let's see, can they convert it?
And equalize, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
This is definitely an opportunity for them to equalize, bringing it 7 apiece. But of course, they are very patient with the ball. They are playing as many balls as they can. Beautiful elevation and attempt there by the goal defense. However, the GA gets it and, of course, does not disappoint the efforts of the defense.
She made sure.
She may definitely make sure with that one.
Eswatini on the attack.
With just 5 minutes and a half to go, it is Eswatini up against Malawi. Both teams really patient with the ball, really taking their time. And the GA sinks it once more there for Eswatini. It is now Malawi center. Ooh, is that not footwork in the circle?
Yes.
And Malawi center once more feeding their GAs in her space, right in the palm of her hand. And she sinks it in, asking the defense to just give her one turnover there for her. It is 8 apiece if you're just joining us. Eswatini facing Malawi. It is the Region 5 youth games. Beautiful feed there, but unfortunately for Eswatini, the ball was off court. Malawi definitely taking this opportunity to be in the lead, because when they do sink this one in, the next center will be theirs. And with just under 4 minutes and a half, I mean, that is definitely doable. Lovely play there. Again, the GS positioning herself. Lovely play. I think she will sing it in.
Eventually she did.
Yes, she does, definitely. It seemed like that is her comfort zone.
She is the one. She is the one.
And of course it is now their center. Will they bring the score to 10? Eswatini playing it a little bit backwards. Beautiful rotation in the air by the center, Eswatini and Malawi there. GS again positioning herself, asking for a beautiful loopy again. She is out of play.
Contact was called on her.
That's
as
right.
She's using her elbow to move off.
To protect the space, that's right.
Yes.
And somehow Malawi gets the ball back. And will the GS this time around make sure that she awards the turnover by the defense? Of course she does, and she comfortably sends it in.
Yeah. And she plays so calm.
She's very calm. I think
she's not quite aggressive.
No, she's not aggressive at all. But I mean, with those little pushes with the elbow, of course, the match officials definitely got their eyes on them.
Yes.
It's very interesting because old school netball, the shooters were never at fault.
Protecting your shooters.
Of course, but now really, I mean, the match officials are really fair, and they do see the infringements caused against the defense, and they definitely do get those turnovers. So it's very good to know that it is a fair game.
Yes, it is.
Definitely. It is 10-8 right now. Malawi in the lead. Eswatini once more finding themselves in the defense mode, and Malawi on the attack. The GS rolling around her GK. GK this time around, getting her fingers on that ball. It is a penalty right outside the circle. Beautiful split by the GA. Wow, beautifully sings it in there. I mean, effortlessly. One would have thought the GS should fight for a rebound, but I think she had so much confidence in the GA. 11-8 is the current score on the board. Beautiful pass there to the GA. Once more GS, and she brings the score to 12-8. Now Malawi is trying to run away with that goal difference, eh?
Yes, with a 4 goals difference. And we have Eswatini on the attack.
Oh, wow, the ball was faster than she was. It is a throw in there for Malawi, and they could actually
capitalize on that.
They definitely could. I think with them playing one side of the court, but the wing attack beautifully, making sure that she opens up the court beautifully for them. The GA is quite a dynamite. She's
I'm
one to
telling
reckon
you,
with,
no,
actually.
Lumiali, she's quite accurate. And she's shooting from a far range.
Right, that's right.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Wow.
Will she sing it? No, I think the GS is quite dangerous. I mean, she is giving that game face. She's giving that.
I'm telling you.
And when she shoots the ball, she makes sure that she takes it and sends it straight to the center.
And there was a breaking called by the umpire.
Yes, Eswatini now.
Oh. That was actually a bad communication there, but unfortunately there was a contact called on the wing defense.
Yes, that's right.
Zimbabwe, lucky.
Of course, Eswatini's GS takes the ball and beautifully rolls and sings it in there for them, bringing the score to 9-14. That is the current score. No technical changes right now. We still have the official 7 per team. The GS misses that one. Tries to go for the rebound, unfortunately causing a contact there. Eswatini getting an opportunity to turn it over. However, that opportunity was just cut short as it was intercepted beautifully by the wing attack of Malawi. Malawi still on the attack. I mean, the GA is just very accurate. She just makes sure. Now the score is a 6 difference.
What a beautiful intercept there by the center, but unfortunately that was the wrong pass.
And unfortunately it was definitely the end of the first quarter. It is Malawi 15, Eswatini 9. And we'll be back with the second quarter for this game. So far, I think both teams did well. They started at a very okay pace.
Yes.
The shooting was quite accurate except for a few missed shots there. But I think, there's still more to come. There's still 3 quarters to go. And we can see who then walks out with a win.
Yeah, let's look whether there will be changes on both sides. New fresh legs. What changes will the coaches bring?
Yeah, I think the first quarter was definitely a bit of a warm-up. Both teams trying to find their feet on court. But the GA of Malawi was quite exceptional with those shots that she took. Because I think every shot she took, she sunk it in.
Yeah, and she's accurate. The GA of Malawi. Goma, she's accurate.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is the second quarter of the last and final game here. I mean, it is Eswatini. They are facing Malawi. Now, judging from the first quarter, this is such a very fair game. It is such, I mean, both teams are equally competitive, and I think they definitely are going to put up a fight to make sure that they win. But so far, Malawi is in the lead with a 6-goal difference. And of course, there's Eswatini trailing right behind them. Malawi's goal shooter comfortably under the pole, making the shots that she needs to for her team. I'm not sure if there are any changes thus far, but in the second quarter, I mean, both teams are starting off very strong. What do you think?
Yeah. Because I think the coaches had a word with them because we are here to fight. Yes.
Of course,
you are giving your all.
Of course, yeah. The GA came up there, tried to sing that one in, but the ball was far short away from the pole. But of course, thank you to the wing attack, turning this one around now for them. It is the throw in the goal set. Lovely ball there, but miscommunication from the GA and the wing attack, trying to fight for just one ball.
Obstruction called on the goal defense of Malawi, and it's converted by the goal attack of Eswatini.
That's right. Now, earlier on, I did mention that these are the youth games. Of course, it is the Region 5 youth games. It is the netball sports course that you are watching. Unfortunately, it is a throw-in for Eswatini. Malawi losing that one for them.
Time is held by the umpire as the court is slippery.
Yes, we have to make sure that our athletes are well protected and they are safe, and that the games do continue.
Indeed.
Safely. It is a throw-in for Eswatini.
And time is called back by the umpire.
Both teams looking very fierce. I mean, they have their game face on. Like, I think every country came here just to make sure that they give it their A game. 3 seconds. Yes, that's a hell ball. Every country, every team has prepared. I would like to know how long they've prepared for these games. Was it sufficient enough? But because they're doing such a great job. And I was earlier saying that there is no difference between the senior games and the junior games. The skill sets are quite immaculate. It's so...
Time is called by the umpire as the police lose, and they'll have to fix it.
A penalty right under the pole. Yes. Of course, we have We've had a bit of slips and slides earlier on today. A bit of slippery courts earlier, but it seems like the last game they seem to be a bit comfortable. I think the court has really been polished up throughout the games. The GS will take the shot, missing it. Match official saying, wait for my
time.
Whistle. Yes.
And time is called back by the umpire.
And it seems like it was not a penalty, however, it was a free pass.
Yes.
All right. And of course, Malawi sinks the 20 in, and now they have a 7-goal difference. What a beautiful take there from the goal defense. Unfortunately, it was a breaking.
The breaking was called.
And they, of course,
Eswatini.
Definitely, it was a contact actually, not a breaking. Eswatini on the attack. Beautiful play from the wing attack, but it seems like her teammates just don't see her. Penalty awarded to Eswatini. The GA will take it right under the pole.
And it's converted by the goal attack of Eswatini. Awesome. What a beautiful shot there.
Lovely, lovely. Malawi will take the center now. I like the fact that they jump for even a stomach ball height. They just jump for it.
I'm telling you.
Of course, the GS. Wow, and the GK said, not on my watch this time around.
I'll go for it.
She definitely went for it. Had her fingers on it, and lovely roll there by the GS.
And the contact is called on the goal defense of Eswatini. Penalty taken by the goal attack of Malawi, that is Nkoma.
She missed that one, unfortunately for her. And now she will take it again, as both defense were called out of play, and this time around she sings it in.
And the goal attack of Malawi, she's accurate, Nelly. Did you pick that up?
I've
She's
definitely
accurate.
picked it up the first quarter. I think every ball that she got an opportunity to sing in, she did manage to sing it in. Now we have from Team Eswatini, the wing defense.
She picked up an injury.
Maseko seems to be under a lot of pain on court. It was a bit of a head-on collision with both wing defense. But not to be alarmed. Of course, we've got our medics on site. Should there be any injuries, they definitely will take care of that. Definitely a bit of a ouch there from the wing defense. I think they are bringing in a new wing defense
Fresh
now.
legs.
Of course, fresh legs. Of course, the match officials once.
Oh, she awarded a warning to the wing defense of Malawi, since that is dangerous play. And the rule states if it's dangerous play, that is immediately a warning.
Of course, and that is Banda, the wing defense of Malawi, getting a warning there. She really needs to keep it clean.
Yes.
Lovely feet to the GS there. Beautiful split there by the GA of Malawi.
And she missed the shot.
Goma.
She missed the shot and is converted by the goal shooter.
Lovely. So Goma is currently the captain of the Malawi team.
And look, she's doing the most. She's doing the most with that split in that shooting circle.
Of course she is, and of course she's
beautiful.
leading by example. Once more, the ball is in her hands. She takes the shot.
Look at that.
She does not go for the rebound. She did not go for the rebound at all.
She's so confident.
Very confident.
If I
Also,
take
she
a
has-
shot, it will be in.
Yes. Also, she's got a very good support system. The GS quite tall under the pole, so if there is any rebound, of course, my GS will definitely win
Go
that
for
one
that.
for me.
Exactly.
Eswatini missing that one, losing that one, and giving Malawi another opportunity here to capitalize and turn it over. Another dangerous play there by the wing defense of Eswatini. She needs to be out of play. That's the new wing defense that was just brought in. GS once more causing a contact there.
That was a beautiful take there by the wing defense. Unfortunately, an offside was called. And we have Eswatini on the attack. Eswatini with the blue, light blue, and Malawi with the green.
The score is currently 11-20. That is a 9-goal difference. Malawi in the lead, Eswatini trailing right behind them. It is the second quarter of the final game for today. If you are joining us on our socials, please do make sure to send love to your athletes. Let us know who you're supporting, which country you're streaming from. Let us know who you think will win the game, and let us know who you think your favorite player is in every match. I think the athletes would really love to see this feedback after their games. It is now Malawi on the attack, Eswatini finding themselves on the defense, and of course the center looking for her GS, beautifully fitting in the palm of her hand and singing that one in. Malawi is definitely taking advantage of any opportunity that is given to them. Love the way that they play the court, beautifully opening the court, allowing the ball to flow accurately in their hands. Another tap there from the GK.
But she missed it.
Yeah, I think if she can just elevate a little higher, instead of tapping it, she will definitely be able to catch it and actually win it fully for her team. But be as it may, I mean, it is easier said than done. I'm sure the
Look at
GA...
Goma, that is the Goma, the captain of Malawi. She's really accurate when she's taking her shots.
She is definitely leading by example, making sure that
She is the captain, Capitano. She's the captain.
She definitely is wearing that armband, and she's wearing it beautifully and proudly so.
Yes.
All right, it seems like Eswatini managed to get a penalty in their goal third. Beautiful, beautiful feed there by the GS to her GA. Who sings it in? I think Eswatini's GA seem to be shooting a lot of shots.
Yes,
I'm not sure if the GS just doesn't find herself in the position, or perhaps she's just not very comfortable every time she has the ball. But I mean, kudos to the GA. She really is definitely awarding her team with all those shots that she's shot thus far. GS positioning herself, but the wing attack says, I'm not comfortable. Place it back. Beautiful, beautiful elevation once more from the GK of Eswatini. Now she decided, I'm not going to allow this anymore. And it's beautiful because she read the game very lovely.
An offside goal on the wing defense of Eswatini.
Oh wow, beautiful position there to the GS this time around. But of course there's another infringement caused right on top of the D. Lovely feed there to her GS, and she made sure.
She made sure.
Not a lot of height here in this game. I think we have the number of them. As opposed to the players, or the South African players as well as the Zimbabwean players. Now they brought about height.
Good
Beautiful,
height.
beautiful intercept
height.
there from the goal defense of Malawi. Lovely rebound there. Intercept, and now Malawi won themselves a turnover. GS beautifully positioned. However, the wing attack is finding it difficult to feed the GS. Wow, ball kisses the pole there. Lovely rebound from the GS.
Beautiful contesting there between the goal shooter and the goalkeeper.
I always call it a beautiful war.
The goal shooter made sure I'm getting my ball.
Unfortunately, the tall one actually managed to get it. I think that is why height is quite a bit of an important.
Yes, it's very important.
I mean, being short is not really an obstacle because we've seen short players really do wonders as well. But yeah. It is such a beautiful war, such a beautiful game to watch. It's always entertaining. Now NETBALL is really what a beautiful take there. Unfortunately, she needs to be up, and
a footwork called. Was that the footwork called? A footwork called by the umpire.
Eswatini winning this one. GA takes it. Does not feel comfortable.
An obstruction called there by the goalkeeper of Malawi.
Ooh, that was a very short ball from the GA, but she definitely went for a rebound. And she sinks that one in.
On the second attempt, she scored. She made sure.
Yes, I mean, that is the right thing that any other shooter can do, is lose the ball, definitely go for the rebound, fight for it if you must, and actually make sure the second attempt or second time around. Lovely play there. It is Malawi on their goal third. GA looks for her GS, gets it, sinks it in. Now it is just under 2 minutes and a half to go. It is Malawi versus Eswatini. And let's just look back. I'm not sure if it was footwork. I think it was a held ball rather. I see. It could have been footwork. Definitely footwork there. But of course, the match officials definitely well positioned and got their eye on it. They definitely are trusted to make the right decisions. Now, if you're just joining us, ladies and gentlemen, it is Eswatini up against Malawi. Malawi in the lead, 26. Eswatini 13. It is Malawi on the center, breaking there. GA takes the ball, passes it through to the GS.
Nkoma is just looking for a goal shooter. Mone.
I mean, the chemistry between Gome and
Mone.
Mone and Goma is just immaculate. Like these two, and they're both quite good shooters. They shoot quality shooters actually. Unfortunately for them, an infringement was made by the wing attack of Malawi. So Eswatini gets to get a turnover. And
what
yet
a beautiful intercept there by the center.
Another steal there by the center. Beautifully stealing it away from Eswatini. I mean,
wow.
and it's just the way that the shooter is rewarding the effort and the turnovers and the intercepts of her teammates. Like, she's really making sure. But beautiful take there and steal from the center of Malawi.
That is Anderson. And Anderson of the Malawian side, she's quite energetic, Nelly.
And she has been driving the game quite well. Look at that.
Look at that, yes.
The wing defense is quite dangerous, eh? From Eswatini. Injuring the center there of Malawi. She seemed to be in so much pain.
Another injury picked up.
As much as it doesn't look like a very physical game, there's a bit of quite a number of injuries at the moment. Of course, a time has to be held there. And just look at the replay there.
Quite dangerous.
That is definitely dangerous play. We just need to make sure we keep it a little bit more clean there. I believe they definitely will bring in a new wing defense. Sorry, a center perhaps for Malawi.
Anderson that picked up her injury. And Anderson was the player that was quite energetic.
They definitely are bringing in a substitute there for the center.
Fresh legs.
Wow, beautiful timing from the GK. Lovely, lovely. I mean, it's always important for defense to always have their hands picking and poking.
Vigilant. Eyes on the ball.
Eyes on the ball. 100%. And that is how you can actually potentially intercept a ball.
Yes. An obstruction was called there by the goal attack.
Coach killers.
Oh, the center.
Definitely a coach killer move there.
Replay is called there. And it's a free pass to Malawi. Let's see, can they capitalize? Can they convert?
And with just the right pass into the palm of the GS's hands.
Morning.
Of course, she definitely capitalized.
Hands up, waiting for the ball.
I mean, she is the queen of the ring there.
With her height, Nelly, with her height.
Definitely.
Beautiful height.
Not comfortable there, playing it all the way back to the center third. Looks for a wing attack. And of course, the GA beautifully gives it to the GS, who lovely sings it in there for Malawi. Now Malawi is really running with that goal difference. It is 13 Eswatini with 30 Malawi. There is a 17 goal difference. Lovely tap there by the GK Malawi. It is a throw in there for Eswatini. I believe the center will take it. GS. You see what we mean by the difference between the GS of Malawi and Eswatini. Malawi's GS goes out to actually play, like she's more attacking. But hardly will you see the Malawi's GS go out to look for balls. All right. Malawi on the attack. Look at that play from the wing defense. Lovely intercept. They're winning the ball over there for her team, Eswatini. Wow. Unfortunately, the wing attack just donating that ball to the GA of Malawi, winning that ball over for her team. Lovely play from the wing attack, who sees a GS. Ball kisses the pole, gets a rebound, and this time around she makes sure.
She always makes sure on the second attempt she scores.
Of course, definitely. I mean, she doesn't go out without a fight. She always tries to make sure that every time she gets the ball, it definitely sinks in. It is 14-31, and that is in favor of Malawi. It is Eswatini currently on the attack with just 30 seconds to go. Beautiful, beautiful steal there from the GK of Malawi, turning that ball over in their favor. Beautifully at the speed of lightning, bringing the ball right under the Malawi goalpost, and the GS takes it, and beautifully
she made sure.
Wow, a play from them. I mean, she really awarded the GK beautifully. I mean, this time around there was no rebound from her end. She just made sure. And of course, there will be changes again there.
Tactical change on both
from both
sides.
teams, but
wow, I see they bring Potgieter on the Eswatinian side.
She's going
on that
in as the
goal
GS.
shooter position.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of the first half of the final game for today. Eswatini, they are up against Malawi. And of course, Malawi leading comfortably so. And please do join us for the third and final quarter. Now, the third quarter is the championship quarter, they call it. This is the quarter that determines a win. But we have seen otherwise. In some cases, but in most cases, definitely the third quarter is the championship quarter. Now we're just going to have a look back on the second quarter, and please do enjoy the replay, and do stay tuned for the last two quarters. right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the third quarter, the championship quarter. It is Malawi up against Eswatini, and Malawi currently in the lead. Now, we have witnessed 2 quarters, 2 injuries, and hopefully we minimize that. The teams definitely are trying to keep this one safe. It seems like we came on court a bit earlier on, but there definitely has been a lot of changes before the end of the first half, especially from the Eswatini side of things.
As they brought up the goal shooter, that is Potgieter, on the goal shooter position for Eswatini.
That's right. I think the third quarter is where normally a lot of changes takes place.
Definitely.
It has been customary from the few games or number of games that I've watched netball wise, but I think this is the safest time to actually make and bring those fresh legs and keep the ball still flowing, but of course with new fresh legs there. So I think that it's just safe to say that it's okay for those changes to take place. Now I'm very curious to find out from the Malawi team, except for the center that was sent off due to injury.
They have?
Yes, definitely, of course. I think they have so far controlled the game quite well. I don't think they probably want to mess up the flow of the ball that much.
Yes.
I think the changes might be minimal, but I stand corrected. It's just an observation from my end. But I mean, as we explained earlier, this is definitely the last game for today. We've had such electrifying, exciting, energetic, beautiful games earlier today.
Beautiful netball played.
But it is the first day, so please don't be dismayed, as definitely we are going to proceed with tomorrow's games as well. The host Namibia has not taken court yet.
Yes, as they will take
They
court
are yet
tomorrow.
to take court tomorrow, that's right. So if you find yourself in the capital city of Namibia, that is Windhoek, please do join us at the Windhoek Showgrounds. And of course we have other sports courts taking place as well. We have the volleyball, the same venue, as well as basketball as well. So please come through, do support the nation, support the athletes. I'm sure you will definitely not be disappointed. Now, welcome to the third quarter, the championship quarter. Malawi up against Eswatini. Malawi kindly finding themselves on defense, and Eswatini on the attack. A bit of a crowd up there, making it a little bit difficult to flow the ball.
And an offside is called a contact. Or was it an offside?
It definitely is an offside, yes.
was called by the umpire. Still,
Eswatini,
that was a replay.
Losing that ball, unfortunately for them. Malawi fortunately getting a hold of that ball, and it is under their goalpost. And look at your captain.
Look Capitano, she's doing the do's in that shooting circle nearly.
Beautiful, beautiful. So, am I seeing right, or did we bring the Malawi center back, the original center? I might stand corrected, but again, yes, the captain sinks it in once more there.
She is the one.
With now a 20 goal difference, Malawi definitely leading with that goal difference, trying to make sure that they. That was almost a held ball.
Yes. Contact was called, and the center passed the ball to the goal shooter, and the goal shooter passed it to Dlamini, and apologies, Glatla, that is the goal attack of
the goal attack,
Eswatini.
Yes. She was previously the GS, now she took the GA position, and of course they brought in a new GS.
That is Potgieter.
As I anticipated earlier on, I don't think there's a lot of changes there from the Malawi side of things. Definitely having most of the original 7 on court right now. It is 15-35, still a 20 goal difference. Malawi in the lead.
An incorrect playing of the ball called there by the umpire. And it's still Eswatini on the attack.
Malawi stealing that ball away from Eswatini, trying to carefully and safely bring the ball back to the shooters. And of course, the defense of Eswatini not making it easy there. However, the two shooters of Malawi really trying to not disappoint the effort of the defense at all, and rewarding them, of course, with that goal. Now Malawi still in that center there from Eswatini. It is now their center pass. Lovely, ooh, beautiful
What?
balance from the wing
Yes.
attack.
I thought that was an offside there.
What
but
a
that was a
control.
beautiful balance.
What a control of the ball there. Lovely play. We've got now Eswatini on the attack. Ooh, wow. Balance there from the wing attack.
For the third quarter, there was changes on the Eswatinian side as Barry on the goalkeeper position, Ndladla Yao on the goal attack position, and they brought up Potgieter on the goal shooter position, and Tembu Yao on wing attack, and Kumalo S on the center position. That is for Eswatini. Moving over to Malawi, there is two changes nearly. They only brought up two changes on their side. That is the wing defense, Makoloni and Manda, the center.
Of course, like as I anticipated, Malawi did not make a lot of changes there, but Eswatini did make a whole lot of change. And it is 15 Eswatini, 39 Malawi. Malawi definitely dominating the third quarter, as we are definitely leading with a 19 goal difference. Ooh, a bit of an overcooked or miscommunication there to the GA. Malawi again getting another opportunity to turn it over in their favor, that is. Senton miscalculating that ball, but just look at the beautiful steal there from the GK. Very rewarding. But will the attackers make sure that it gets safely in the shooter's hands? Lovely roll there from the GS. Wow. Will she reward the GK for the beautiful intercept?
And she did.
And she does.
And she did.
Lovely teamwork
Eswatini
there.
just lost the center pass. Oh, there was a breaking called.
Coach killer, as they call
Yes,
it.
the coach killer.
Oh wow, and Eswatini now has an opportunity to use
Convert
it.
the turnover.
That's right. Ooh.
Potgieter is just stationed there. There's no movement on her side.
Right.
Look at that. Oh, beautiful roll there.
That is definitely a contact from the GK.
Yes.
It is a penalty that will be awarded there.
Oh, and Potgieter is
She
taking that
takes
shot.
the very first shot.
And it's converted.
There you have it. It is 16-40. That is the current score. Eswatini trying to look for her assist there. Advancing the ball. Ooh, beautiful play there from the GK. Beautiful eye there from the wing attack, wing defense rather, of Eswatini.
Oh, a help ball called. Oh. That's the small mistake.
Yeah. What do you think is causing these held balls much?
As the teammates are not coming forth looking
Right.
for the ball.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's why they are blocked, and that's why the help ball
Yeah.
is
But they
called.
seem to be a bit bundled up and crowded as well. So
That's
it's
the
a bit
thing as
difficult
well.
to safely feed the ball.
Yes.
And because of decision making, their time really does fly. And 3 seconds later, unfortunately, it's a held ball.
Eswatini on the attack.
Look
Wow, what
at
a beautiful.
I mean, the reach for the timing in the GK of
Yeah.
Malawi has been exceptional throughout the game thus far. And really, the GS has been rewarding the GK's effort of
Yes,
bringing
do
the
it.
ball back. Beautiful play there by the Malawi team. I mean, it is 42-16. Malawi has been dominating from the first quarter. and they still are doing so in the championship quarter. But look at Eswatini obviously making sure that it's not as easy. Beautiful steal there from the Malawian defense. Once more, GS coming through, looks for assistance. She's not comfortable, asks for that loopy like she normally would, and she definitely rewards the defense. The defenders. Now it is 43-16. Malawi center. Attackers of Malawi making it look very easy there, but of course Eswatini definitely putting up
the
a fight.
breaking call there on Eswatini.
What a miscommunication there by the center. How did the ball come back again? Only the Malawians will know. It is definitely working in their favor. A contact there by the defense of Eswatini. GA takes it, not comfortable, asks for assistance by a center, puts herself in a comfortable position, and then she sends it in. 45-16, Malawi definitely bringing their A game here in the championship quarter. Lovely, lovely athleticism from the wing attack. Beautiful, beautiful feed there. And the GS has definitely mastered that rolling technique there.
Our contact called, and it's an advantage goal scored by Mone, the goal shooter of Malawi.
Eswatini will take the center. They do so. Lovely play there by the center. Beautiful. GS finding herself a little bit flat-footed there, but there was an infringement caused prior to that. Contact by the GA. Lovely play from the wing attack. Beautiful drive there from the GA. Look at the feed there to the GS.
A contact called on the ball. Or was it obstruction, Nelly?
I think it was an obstruction, but however it was advantage. But I mean, the captain really is doing what she needs to do. She has been assisting.
Is for no reason the capitano of the team.
Beautiful balance there by the center. Offside there by the wing defense. Right at the top of the D. That's right. The center seemed to be fine. Feeds it to the GS. Ooh. All right. And then a penalty is awarded. The captain takes it under the pole. And she's quite short. I don't know how she's going to play against those defense of South Africa and Zimbabwe.
Yes, since South Africa has good height in their team.
Eswatini's infringement's becoming unbearable now. It's been too much. They've been giving a ball away a lot of times.
And the score stands at 48 in favor of Malawi. Eswatini 16.
One thing about Malawi, they definitely are making sure that they capitalize on every turnover. I mean, the GS has been awarding those turnovers from the GK as well as the wing defense. Beautifully so. Lovely, lovely pass there to the GS. I mean, at this point, the GA is not even needed in the circle.
Look at that.
Beautiful, beautiful play there by the Malawi. And every time I look, it's like the center is from Malawi.
Look at the beautiful feed. They straight from the goal attack to the goal shooter.
And there was a 3-ball center.
And that is actually the goal. Mone and Nkoma, they actually have a good communication there.
They've got beautiful
in
chemistry.
The shooting circle.
100%. They've got beautiful chemistry. It's been working perfectly well for them.
Yes.
And I think, be as it may, I mean, they really, the scores are evident.
Yes.
That
Beautiful
really
feed
working.
there to Potgieter, and she converted.
That's right. It is 17-50. Breaking there once more. Malawi taking the ball. Wow. match official just positioning the defense correctly. 51-17 is the current score. With just 2 minutes and a half to go, Malawi really is dominating with a huge goal difference. I believe the match officials are having a word. It is Eswatini Center.
The breaking called on the goal defense.
They are so impatient,
Malawi.
eh?
Yes.
Can't wait for the whistle. The GS very well positioned. Lovely. Ooh, wow.
That was beautiful, but unfortunately she stepped out of court. Of course.
Of course, the GK having a hand in every ball there. I mean, the GK really is doing the most as well for Malawi there at the back. The wing attack driving beautifully. Ooh, miscommunication there from the wing defense attackers. Look at that steal from the goal defense. Wow, beautiful play there by the defense of Malawi. Malawi definitely making sure that they actually bring their A game in the championship quarter. With just under a minute and a half to go, Malawi is comfortably leading 51-17. GA takes it. What a shot from the GA. What a shot there. It is definitely their center, Malawi that is. Lovely drive from the wing attack. I mean, she's been, unfortunately, coach killer their footwork from the wing attack of Malawi. Seems like she just lost the balance. Eswatini on the attack. GS struggling to come out there. Beautiful play to the GS. Ooh, ball between her legs. Of course, the GK of Malawi gets a hold of it, and now Malawi is on the loose, ladies and gentlemen, with just a few seconds to spare. Will the GS put it? Wow, what a shot. Beautiful shot there. And it is just 15 seconds. Will Eswatini be able to sink this one in? It is 53-17. With just 8 seconds to spare. She looks for a GS, and the GK, of course, making it very impossible for Eswatini to sink this one in. And the GS causing a contact there. Malawi on the attack, Eswatini finding themselves on the defense. What a beautiful tap there from the center, Eswatini. Unfortunately, she was offside. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That brings us to the end of the third quarter. Well done to the both teams, but of course Malawi making sure that in this quarter they definitely were the champions with a beautiful, comfortable lead. It is Malawi up against Eswatini. Please do stay tuned as we bring you the fourth and final quarter for the game for today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is bittersweet for me here as we are coming to the end of today's games. If only they could just continue the whole entire evening, but unfortunately all good things should come to an end. It is our final quarter for the final game for today. It is Malawi, they are facing Eswatini. Malawi currently in a comfortable lead of 54 and Eswatini trailing all the way behind with 17 goal difference. But they are under the pole now and they brought that score to an 18. And it is Malawi. Now, I have had such a beautiful, lovely day here at the netball courts, Lulu, and I think with you right by my side, I think it was very, very good. It was exciting. I enjoyed every single moment of it, and I think we've seen such tight competition.
Yes, yes.
I think with the likes of Zimbabwe that played today, with a huge goal difference as well as South Africa also comfortably winning the second game. And by the look of things, Malawi will be taking the third game.
Yes,
they are running behind this goal difference, I think.
Definitely. And I was quite impressed of the height of the South African team and as well as the Zimbabwean team as well.
Yeah, they've got a bit of skyscrapers there on their end. Lovely height. But you know what is very lovely to watch is that the short athletes or the short ballers, they do not allow to be intimidated by the height of the tall
you can say
players.
That again, Nelly.
Yes, because evidently so we can see from the wing GA of Malawi,
yes,
who is currently not on court now. I believe she's off court. She has shown, as well as the center as well, from Malawi. I mean, we have seen a few short athletes that have proven that height is not really the biggest issue here. They definitely are still doing it. But back to the game now. We have Malawi at 57 and Eswatini at 18. It is the last quarter. Please do let us know on our socials how you are finding the games, who you're supporting. Show the players a lot of love.
Show some love to the countries you are supporting.
A penalty awarded there to Malawi. The GS will take it.
And she converted it.
She converts it. She converts that one right. Eswatini just not having the best. Oh wow! Another coach killer. Incorrect throw in there
Yes.
by the goal defense of Malawi. Yes, I was saying Eswatini is not having the best moment
Oh,
here.
look at that defender.
No,
Oh,
the
and that-
GK has really been
I'm
working.
telling you, she is. Since the beginning of the quarter, she was
No,
really
definitely.
doing
And-
the most there.
And what is so exciting and so beautiful to watch is the fact that the GS is always rewarding that hard work, those intercepts
She's
from the
making
GK.
sure. She's making sure.
It is a competition. We are here to win every opportunity that we get. And that is exactly what Malawi has been showcasing these past 4 quarters. They waste no time. They take their shots. They run to their centers. They defend and intercept every ball that
Yeah.
they potentially can. And they convert it. So, yeah, it has really been an exciting.
Beautiful feet there. Wow, what a beautiful play there between the goal attack and the goal shooter of Eswatini.
Oh, and she was off court, unfortunately, for them.
Oh,
It is now a throw in for them.
Malawi.
Now Malawi being very dominant here. They've also showing a bit of speed in this last
Yes.
quarter.
May we all rise for the national anthem.
The goal defense looking for her attacker, but a beautiful intercept there. Ooh, from the GK, who balances very well. But look at that beautiful steal there from the wing defense. Malawi is not wanting to let any ball pass by them. They want to capitalize on every ball that they get. What a feat.
And Mone, she's making sure every goal sinks. Every goal
Mone
sinks
has been
for
doing.
Malawi.
She has been doing quite good. She's been doing great. I mean, this tournament, she has been on top of her game.
Yes.
And for some
Oh.
other reason, what a beautiful tap there from the GK. Lovely, lovely play.
And it's a throw in. Oh, it's a throw in to Eswatini. Obstruction call there on the goal shooter against
Now,
Mone.
what I'm curious about this turnover is that will Malawi intercept another ball, or will Eswatini safely bring it to their goal
Goal
third?
third.
Wow, wow. Another opportunity there for Malawi. Eswatini not having the best quarter here.
They will make sure.
I think that they are yet to score this quarter, eh? I don't think they have sunk the ball there. But a beautiful take from the wing defense there from Eswatini. Perhaps this could be it, eh? I think if they did score, I think it's just one beautiful take
Look at the
again from the
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. I mean,
Oh, that is.
it's as if she's not there, but
yo,
she definitely
yo,
is there.
yo.
Malawi will take this opportunity. What a beautiful save there by the GA. Lovely, lovely hustle there from the GA. Bringing the ball back, and of course, your favorite GS sinks it in.
Mone, she is the one.
Now, Eswatini did make a few changes there. GK, they brought in Obi, and Adlovu N as a GA. Sorry, GK was Obi. GA is Dladla N. And then, of course, Dladla L is the GS. She remains the GS. Oh, sorry, Dladla S is the GS for Eswatini. And Masaiko is the GD. So Eswatini did make a bit of changes there. More than half the court.
Yes. In the previous 2 quarters, Maseko, she played wing defense, and now on the 4th quarter, she's playing goal defense.
It is a throw in there for Malawi. Malawi really comfortably leading 63 to 18 there. The timing of the GK was a bit off there. GS missing the ball. Of course goes for the rebound. The wing attack encouraging her just to lift it up a little bit. But the GA will take this one. And of course she will sing it in. Malawi definitely back on the attack. Eswatini finding themselves on defense. Bit of a challenging job there to do with the attackers of Malawi. Match official advancing the ball there. Another feed in the palm of the GS's hands, and she sinks it right in. It is now Eswatini center. What an attempt there by the GD, but Eswatini's GA gets the ball beautifully, and she sinks it in. 65-19 is the current score. It is a break-in there by the Malawi attackers, and Eswatini gets a turnover here. What a beautiful tap there by the by the center. Very unusual, but I mean she managed to get it, and the GK said, nope, not on my watch again. Taps it right into the GS's hand, and the GS sinks it in for Malawi. There will be a tactical change there. Wing attack of Malawi coming off. I mean, 66-19 is such a comfortable position to be in, Malawi that is. With just 5 minutes and a few seconds to spare, I think Malawi will comfortably say that Eswatini will not be able to catch up. What a low pass there to the GS. Finding herself on her
And she
knees.
took a step and she converted. She made sure that goal will sink for her team.
Malawi now on the center. Wing attack finding herself right in the pocket.
Look at that feed. Look at that feed straight to the goal shooter. And an obstruction was called on the goalkeeper of Eswatini.
I mean, at this point, I think the GK of Eswatini is frustrated with all those
She is.
obstructions and contact that she's been causing, because the GS has been getting so many penalties under the
under that
the
pole,
yeah.
under that goal post. What a beautiful take there by the center of Malawi.
And a beautiful smart play there by the wing defense.
Yes. Look at that, look at that. And they just know how to pass and how to feed.
They just know how to feed their queen.
Exactly.
But that
She
is all
the
that
queen.
matters,
She is
because
the queen.
it's all about scores, definitely.
She is the one that's doing the shooting for her country.
That's right, that's right.
Look at
And now
that.
she takes it one more. I think at this point the GA is definitely on cruise mode. She is
Yeah,
relaxing.
no, she is. But she was doing the most, and she was the captain. She is the captain.
That's right, that's right. I mean, as soon as the GS has the ball under the pole, there is no need for the GA there
Yes,
anymore.
exactly,
That's how
I'm telling
easy
you.
it is. But I mean, it is such a beautiful, electrifying energy here at the Windhoek Showgrounds Netball Court, where you are currently witnessing Malawi take on Eswatini. And currently, as you see on your screen, it is 20-69. Almost a 50-goal difference. And with just 4 minutes to spare, I mean, both teams are looking very good, with Malawi definitely looking extra good with that goal difference. Eswatini missing that one, getting a rebound, missing that one again. Of course, the GK of Malawi is just not letting
She
it
is
easy.
doing the most for her team. She is doing the most
That's right.
for her
And
team. Banda, she is doing.
Banda is really, really doing such a great job. And of course, we got her GS, who is just rewarding all that hard work from the GK. I mean, she is converting every turnover that comes about. But it seems like she wants to be off court now.
Yes,
She's
I
asking
think
for technical time.
change. Yes.
And
Our footwork,
footwork,
call today.
definitely footwork, evidently so.
I think is she tired?
I think she could be
tired.
exhausted.
Yes, she is. Yeah. She is.
As much as this is a physical game, it is also a mental game, eh? So it becomes a bit challenging there on the mental side of things.
Mentally exhausted.
You could definitely get mentally exhausted.
Oh, look at that. She's asking for time.
It seems like the match officials are not paying any attention to
Oh,
her.
I think she's not indicating what for. Is that a tactical change or an injury?
It it's very important to equip our athletes very well with information when it comes to this.
Exactly.
Oh, there she goes. And then she got it right. Because she was asking for time. I think what she needed was the technical change.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Time is called by the umpire as the goal shooter, that is Mone, asks for tactical change. As she's going off and she's making way for another goal shooter.
And finally, we see a change under the pole for the Malawi team. 72-20, 52 goal.
Look at
goal
that,
difference.
look at that. She just take court and she's already moving. And it's a no goal called. That was the footwork. Oh.
Crazy business. We cannot make this
Yes.
up, ladies and gentlemen.
What a beautiful feed there by the center. Straight to the goal shooter of Eswatini. And eventually she makes sure it's converted.
Of course, Eswatini now trying to make use of the opportunities. It is their center. But of course, the center of Malawi will just not let the Eswatini attackers be, as she's really picking and poking where she possibly can get her fingers in. Contact there by the GK. Oh, was that a shot or a pass? Either way, the ball did kiss the pole and the Malawian defense got a hold of that ball. And now Malawi is on the attack. The splits are very famous. It is right on top of the D. And
Quite a
Malawi-
beautiful move there by the goal shooter.
Lovely move there.
Yes. Oh, and she
Ball
missed.
kisses the pole one more time from the Malawians. And Eswatini's defense gets a hold of that ball, not trying to make it very, very easy. Actually impossible, if you will, for the defense of... And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the end of the game. It was Malawi, and they were up against Eswatini. Congratulations to Malawi on this win. Lovely, lovely goal difference there. Comfortably so, if I do say so myself. It has been a pleasure being your voice behind the screen. It is a goodbye from myself and Lulu. Until next time.
And that is tomorrow as we're starting off with day 2 of the Region 5 games hosted here in Namibia.
Yes, and before we do say our last and final goodbyes, I mean, just reflect on today's games. It was such a beautiful war on court today, and I think that is really to be expected, as today was just setting up the tone for the rest of the tournament. It has been such a lovely, electrifying energy on court today. Now, earlier today we had Zimbabwe face Botswana, and of course Zimbabwe taking the win on that one. Later on, it was followed by South Africa up against Zambia. Definitely South Africa taking a win on this one, as South Africa is the current defending champions the last 2 competitions. And then what we've just witnessed now was Eswatini up against Malawi. Now Malawi comfortably winning this with a huge goal difference as well. I mean, there is so much to look up for. And tomorrow I will introduce the matches for tomorrow. Zambia will be facing Malawi. Now Zambia did suffer a loss today, and Malawi definitely with that comfortable win. We see how tomorrow has in stock, what tomorrow has in stock for us. And then we will see Botswana face
The host country, that is Namibia.
That is Namibia. They call themselves the Desert Flames.
Yes.
They will be facing Botswana, and Botswana did suffer a loss against Zimbabwe today. So we'll see how they will come back tomorrow with that match. Now the final match for tomorrow will be Eswatini versus South Africa, the baby Proteas. They will be taking the court later in the evening, and that will be the matches for tomorrow. Now, If you do not know where to find us, we definitely are on all the NBC social media. And if you find yourself in the capital city of Namibia, Windhoek, please do join us and come join us at the Windhoek Showgrounds as all the games and action are taking place here. Now we have a lot of sports codes. We have tennis, we have table tennis, we have volleyball, we've got basketball, we've got judo. All the sports codes are here. Please come through, support your teammates. Namibia, let's come in numbers as these are the Region 5 Youth Games here in Namibia. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, from my side. Wishing you a pleasant good evening. I will definitely see you tomorrow here at the Windhoek Showgrounds, NBC. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will definitely see you tomorrow with my co-host Lulu as well as Lady B. From my side, adios. Siapa